I use deodorant. Shower.
It's more like, oh my god, your nipples are glowing. I started the glowing LEDs, and then I trained her how to do it, and she trained this guy how to do it.
I just happened to follow into it, so it's what happened. It chose me. I didn't choose it.
My ex-girlfriend dragged me to Kineticon back when I was in college, and I absolutely did not want to go. I was like, I'm not going to that nerd trash convention, and well, here I am like 10 years later, dressing up a store.
In 2007, this was my very first convention.
This was?
Yeah,
Wow.
so 11 years ago, I looked it up, some friends from work invited me, and I was like, what is this all about? So I was like, everybody dresses up, I should dress up too. So I actually bought my first costumes, the first 2 or 3 years I cosplayed, I bought all my costumes. I was like, I should start making stuff.
So I started cosplaying 2009, realized that, I store-bought stuff. It wasn't until last year that I met her, and she started oh, I cosplay, I make my own armor. It's like, well, I want to make my own armor too. So that kind of inspired us to do this Monster Hunter Pokemon mashup, and I drew all the art for it. I have the artistic ability, but after that, it's just I love it. I love the attention, and I love drawing my own stuff and expressing my creativity. So that's another way for me to do it.
I'm doing an Alolan Ninetales from Pokemon Sun and Moon. So I made this big, giant fan of tails. I'm going to take a step back to how big these are. So this is all a traditional Haroi jacket, kimono, hakama, and then the tails themselves have inflatable pool toys in them. So they're not stuffed. They're not stuffed. So the whole thing collapses down and fits into a suitcase.
What?
So I can fly with this all over the place.
Airtight.
Yeah, there's no fluff in it. Anything else would not fit in a suitcase, or would take 2 big suitcases to fit.
I have come to AWA since 2013.
2013.
I know, it's
5 years.
Yep, 5 years, and this is technically my 6th one. What brings me back is the people. Ever since I came in 2013, I barely knew anyone, and now I have a ton of friends in the whole Southern cosplay community. It's the second time I did this version of Cloud, which I call a mixture between the Dissidia and the remake version. I kind of merged the two together. Took parts of the design I liked, but I've always been a big fan of Cloud because I did his Advent Children version, I did his very original version years ago, and I did the Kingdom Hearts version.
What is it about Cloud that kind of draws you in?
I don't know, he just fits my personality. I like his character. I love that he has a big sword, his hair. He just fits me. Everybody likes me as Cloud, and that's why I do it.
Fun. And then we wrote Timid.
So we're playing you.
I think it was mostly us. Yeah. Twitter conversations that kind of got out a little out of
Okay, so how long did it take to play together?
I'd say a week or two.
What? Really?
Yeah. We split it up between us all. So yeah, the best person making the headsets made the headsets. The person who was good with gloves made gloves, and etc.
Well, I had somebody who was a Boku no Hero fan come up to me in this morning, and he actually had a hand-drawn comic of like a fan comic he was making. He just brought it right out and was showing me the whole thing. It was did not expect it.
Okay, awesome. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much. I'll do some quick pictures. I'll come back and get your Instagram later.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, sorry. It's fine.
We met at AWA 2006, and then he proposed to me in the atrium at AWA 2007, and then in AWA 2010, we got married in the atrium.
So there's a whole story here at AWA, so this is kind of like our con. We kind of this is our home. This was our first convention, AWA, and this is where we met, and so we want to come back here every time.
There's something extra pure. Sometimes it's hidden under, other stuff, but it's the people here still have all of their youth and their hope and their optimism, and it shines through, and it reminds you how you felt when you were that young, and it makes you feel it again, and it's really nice to see people who are not just so jaded on life and famous cosplayers and drama and just, it's like, they're really just here to have fun, and that's why we should all be here.
Yeah, we started coming when we were in our teens. I was, I think, 14 or 15, my first AWA, and then I see kids now who are that same age, and it's like they're getting first started how I got started, and now I'm double that age. Ugh. Oh no.
And they're better at it than us. They're like, this is my first costume. I'm like, that's better than what I'm wearing now.
Oh. So this is my Choji Akamichi cosplay from Naruto. Been doing this cosplay since day one, actually. Dead serious. The same exact one, first series. I have different ones now, but this character has been one I've related to since the beginning. His character is kind of like wimpy. Like I don't know how to describe it. So like in the show, he's kind of clumsy and like wimpy and doesn't really want to do anything unless you like mess with him or his friends, because he takes them like super serious. And during that time in my life when I was younger, when I was watching the older show, like he was literally just a personification. Like I was the personification of this character, even down to the I just need to eat and barbecue is my favorite thing. Like it's everything lined up so perfectly. I was like, I can't not do this character now. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take you to your first anime con, and we're going to Atlanta. This is a convention I've never been to, but I've been to anime cons before. I think it'd be kind of fun. And we packed up, we came down here, and he was like a kid in a candy store. And you know, for me doing anime cons, because I've been doing them since like 2010, so I've been around at this point for a while, so I'm kind of like, I've experienced them all. They're kind of, I won't say they're the same and be like that, but it was refreshing to see somebody else experience things for the first time. So it was just one of those, seeing it through his eyes, and he's just like, oh my god, they're dressed up as so-and-so, and he's like just dashing around, like I think I need to get a child leash to put on his arm to get back over here, because he's just literally running around, zipping around, and going to all the different vendors, and it was amazing.
I've always been a fan of Initial D. I even drive, I even have imported Japanese cars, like actual cars. And so I've always wanted to do like an Initial D cosplay sometimes, and I see people run around with the cardboard boxes and stuff, which is cool, don't get me wrong. But I really wanted to actually do it, and so there's these things Razer makes called the Crazy Cart, which is meant for kids, but it has this bar that pulls you up on casters, kind of like a shopping cart in reverse, like if you ever jumped on the front of a shopping cart, and that makes it drift. So I was like, oh, I could put a body on top of this and make it actually, drift around.
I started in 2006. 2005.
I don't remember.
6th grade, just say that.
We'll just say, yeah, 6th grade.
Wow. I think it's been gotten a lot more inclusive. I think you see a lot more of people of different races, people of different sizes and shapes, people doing cross-play and gender bent. It's a lot more accepted than it was in the beginning, I think.
And things on art anime too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Huge on that.
Yeah?
Used to be very much, I don't want to say snobby, but people were sort of looked down if they were, even within cosplay, which is kind of outside of the norm. Right. You get some people that are a little more purist about it. So if you do something that's like a gender bent or something custom, then it's kind of like, but it's not like that anymore.
I like cosplay how it is today, where you're kind of free to kind of choose your own personal version that you want to run with, and you can run with it.
Yeah. When I first met them, there were 3 of us dressed up as the same character, but all of us were different. So
had a unique spin on each one.
How every generation has their own thing.
Yeah,
like, we were discussing, for us, our first Gundam was Wing, so for us it's always Wing, but I mean, my buddies were G.
Gundam is a really great example of this, because you have to, with whatever was coming out at that time that particular age group was into, that's theirs. Yeah. Like nothing else will ever be our Gundam or Gundam Wing, but someone else will be. I mean, the youngsters coming up now, Blood Orphan is their Gundam, and they're going to probably be, discussing about that for 10 years in the future. So.
Yeah, we're still doing it. How old are you, Uber?
27.
So 27, 33, and 32.
You guys have decades more to go.
Yeah. And all the cosplays to come.
Yeah.
I can see us going around. I'm
I can't get in my Gundam anymore.
Hanging out with my friends. I'm not even a big anime fan. I just come to hang out with my friends that are. It's all about old friends and making new ones.
So is that your main reason for going to cons nowadays?
Yeah, that and recruiting for our volunteer group.
Oh yeah, talk about the volunteer group.
We have a volunteer group here in Atlanta. We go to children's health care, 3 or 4 of their campuses. We do children's charity events in character. We're going to Eggleston tomorrow, so I'll be here until I leave to go to Eggleston, and then I'll come back. We just go visit the kids, and kind of what our thing is, like when we go to the children's hospitals, is we try to bring Disney to kids that can't go to Disney. So.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. We get paid in smiles and laughs. So.
All right, that's my cousin, so it's like she pretty much got him squared away.
It's been going smooth so far.
My advice: wear comfy shoes and bring money and deodorant, water and food. Deodorant, water, food, at least
shoes.
one good meal. At least one good
And
meal.
alcohol, if you want to get
Alcohol, yeah.
So what did they tell you about AWA?
Oh, well, this is my 3rd convention now, so I'm getting a little more experience. This is my first time actually dressing up today.
Oh, it's the first time cosplaying.
Yeah. Well, it's not really cosplay. I'm just throwing an outfit together. I'm like, what up?
Okay, what's called original character?
Yeah. I'm original character William Rue Lawrence, or Udium Lawrence to this.
We'll go with that.
It's Simone from Nier, and it's one of the heavy armor operators. She has android bodies on her. She's scavenged things from the world. Just people walking out when I came out the door, and people were surprised to see me like squatting down and coming through the doorway. It's probably a pretty crazy visual.
Is this your first time bringing this out, or have you tried it at conventions before?
At my little small local convention, I tried it for like 15 minutes just to see if I could wear it. And then I went back and reworked it some, but yeah.
Those are like built on like sort of like metal hoops are built around.
Really?
Sort of like a metal hoop skirt.
Yeah.
But it's individually pieced together and hung with cords.
Oh, the response! Yeah, people are absolutely excited, and the bubbles, people lose their mind. Yeah.
It's very hot in there.
No, I got a fan going. I got Hydro Pack, so definitely not my first rodeo with this.
Oh, okay, so this is not your first time you did this?
No, it's the first time I did it. I didn't have a fan, and I definitely paid the price. I learned, so I installed a fan. To a few.
Yeah.
Usually I have somebody with me, my girlfriend, who goes as like Misty, or I've had other people cosplaying different trainers. So this is my first con solo. Like when they're with me, I mean, we could maybe make it 5 steps and get stopped. Here I'm just kind of.
It's a group thing.
Yeah, here I'm just kind of standing here. I don't have to put in too much effort, so I'm not, getting overheated and just kind of letting things happen. Yeah.
High school in 2007, and never been to a con before, and I was like, hey, there's this thing up in Atlanta called Anime Week in Atlanta. I like anime. It sounds cool. And I was overwhelmed when I went.
How'd you find out about it?
Through him and his friends. We all went to Anime Week in Atlanta with like a big college crew. I had no clue what a convention was. I knew video games, anime. I had no clue that people gathered for it.
Yeah.
And then I had no clue people dressed up for it. And then I got into cosplay, and like after that, it was just cosplay nonstop. As soon as I got home, I just started cutting clothes up. So I feel old. I feel old. Everybody, like, there's a whole new generation, like a whole decade of new people. And usually you go to a convention, walk around, and everybody you know. It's refreshing to like not know basically anybody. So it's like seeing new kids and seeing them, trial the tribulations of their con life. It's like, I've been through that. I've been hungry at 11 p.m. and no food.